Hello, this is my pure support part build. I use this in all content. Basically all my abilities are there to help my teammates. I don't try and I didn't even expect anything to do damage myself. Let me just quickly show you. For Awakening skill Symphonia, it gives allies in a 12-meter radius shield equal to 100% of your HP and reduces the damage, move speed and attack speed of the enemy. Also gives you a 1 bubble for Serenade meter. Wind of Music, this is your most used defensive ability. Minus cooldown, increased Serenade meter gained, and each ally hit by this ability gets percentage of your HP as a shield. You need to use this whenever it's off cooldown. You need to stay close to your allies. It's a little bit harder if you have some ranged classes. Just try to hit as many people as you can, as often as you can. Guardian Tune is your second defensive shield ability. Casting speed reduced. With this you get percentage of your HP as a shield. Not just you, but all your party members. This is option I took for more shield uptime, because it reduces cooldown and duration. That means I can cast it more often. Another good option, depending on the raid or the guardian you do, might be this to block one debuff. However, I like the one with more shield uptime more. Dissonance, this is a debuff that leaves a field on location and it keeps ticking for 5 seconds. On hit, increase Serenade meter gained, and with this passive, attack power minus 6.5% up to 32.4 for each tick. So you just cast this on the boss to decrease his attack power. Rhapsody of Light, this can be used offensively and defensively. In best case scenario, you target both enemy and party member in the AoE. Minus cooldown, with this passive, target enemy hit by ability takes 10% more damage from all party members. This passive, whenever ally party member who is in the AoE gets hit, gets 10% of your maximum HP as a shield, takes 75% less damage, and you, while casting this skill, take 50% less damage. Outgoing damage is reduced, but it doesn't matter your support. Not Bundle is another ability that you can use defensively and offensively, and of course, best case scenario, you target enemy and allies together. Damage received by all party members stacks up to 3 times to 33%. Then enemy hit by this ability takes 10% more damage from all party members. And this third passive allows you to put AoE field at the target location rather than throwing it in a cone. Sonic Vibration is offensive ability. I have this passive that provides shield that's only for my character for each enemy hit. Maybe the best option should be casting speed reduced and increased hit cycle. And all allies that enter or get hit by this ability get attack power increased. Last skill, Stigma. Increased duration and number of hits. With this passive, enemy that gets hit gets marked and all party members deal 10% decreased damage. For the future, I have a few options when I get enough skill points. First option is to get this increased Serenade meter gain with Stigma. Stigma lasts 4 seconds plus this passive at 6 seconds, and the last hit also increases the damage. That's total of 8 seconds plus 10% damage for all party members, but it's only on location where you cast it. The second option is to switch to Harp. Harp has the same buff that all party members gain 10% damage for the enemy hit. So this is good for single bosses, because you don't have to cast it at the location. If boss moves, Harp will keep attacking in a higher, bigger AoE compared to Stigma. I tried Sound Shock, and it's a one hit. You can make it last 2 seconds with this passive. Also has the 10% bonus for all party members, but compared to Stigma and Harp, I think this option is out of the question, because it's really short compared to other two. For tripods, your priority should be in this order: Wind of Music, Wind of Protection, Quick Prep, then Guardian Tune, Endless Protection, Heavenly Harmony, Courageous Tune, Quick Prep, then Rhapsody of Light, Shining Protection, Quick Prep, Dissonance, Lethargic Harmony, Note Bundle. Where is the Note Bundle? Shining Note and Guardian Tune, Agile Cast. The rest is not that important. You can see the runes that I use on the right. The main rune that I use is this one that has a chance to reduce all cooldowns when the skill is used. I have few copies of it. The other good ones are skill casting speed, chance of attack move speed when skill is used, and damage reduction or maximum HP percentage as a shield when you cast a skill. For card set, this first field boss set is decent, because I have few abilities that scale with my max HP. For the end game, when you have enough awakenings, the best possible set could be Lost Wind Cliff if all your party members have a Light of Salvation to provide them with a more holy damage, or Master of Spears to increase dark damage to all party members if they have this Kazeros Legion Commanders set to increase dark damage. For gems, I recommend that you get all 8 of the skills that you use, 8 gems for cooldown. For me, I don't need, or I don't think it's necessary to get the 3 attack, because you are there to support. For engravings, it slightly matters which main stat did you choose. Swiftness or specialization. With specialization, you get bonus Serenade meter, and your Serenade of Salvation has higher healing. With swiftness, you get reduced cooldowns. In my case, I think the number one option, priority, should be expert, because it provides more shield and healing. The second best is maximum awakening with Symphonia, because every time you cast it, you get one bubble for Serenade meter. And then Desperate Salvation to increase healing from Serenade of Salvation. Last option could be defensive, like Heavy Armor or Fortitude. Heavy Armor is better. Another good option is Magic Stream. When you get to max stacks, you get a cooldown reduction. If you can't afford some of these engravings, a decent defensive option could be Emergency Rescue or maybe Crisis Evasion to prevent fatal damage. I don't have party member next to me, but I'll try to showcase the skills. So Wind of Music, all party members hit by the ability and you yourself get a shield. With the Guardian tune, everyone gets a buff that reduces damage by 30%, and when it expires, you get the shield. Party members don't need to be hit by this ability, you can cast it from long range. The same goes for Heaven Attune, the buff for attack power that allies get, they don't need to be hit by the ability. However, you need to cast this next to an enemy and hit it to reduce their attack power. As you can see, the AoE is quite large. Dissonance, it leaves a field, and enemy that keeps getting hit by this has his attack power reduced by up to 32%. Rhapsody of Light, do this to target allies. All allies that are in this AoE get 75% reduced damage, and on top of that, with each hit they get 10% of your maximum HP as a shield. You yourself get a 50% damage reduction, but you don't get a shield even if you cast this on yourself. Node Bundle, this works for you and for your allies. As you can see, damage reduction stacks up to 3 times, and also if you hit the boss with this, it gets marked and all party members deal 10% more damage. Sonic Vibration, this provides buff to allies hit. As you can see, as long as someone is standing in the AoE, they have attack power increased. The shield that you get from this ability when you hit the enemy is only for yourself. And the last one, Stigma, cast this on the enemy to mark them for 10% increased damage from all party members. The usual order I use the skills is Guardian Tune for the damage reduction, Wind of Music for the shield. By the time Wind of Music shield expires, you will get the shield from Guardian Tune. Then Heavenly Tune to decrease attack power of the enemy. Then Node Bundle, Sonic Vibration, Stigma for increased damage output. You can try to target enemy and ally together with the Node Bundle to get both effects. By the time you cast these 3, then apply Dissonance for another decrease in enemy's attack power. You can save Rhapsody of Light for a big damage ability, or you can mix it with others when you need bonus damage. As the fight goes on, decide when is the best time to use Symphony for its huge shield, or if you have Awakening Engraving, you can use this more often. Every time you do use it, you get 1 bubble for your Serenade meter that allows you to use Serenade of Salvation. More bubbles you use for the Serenade of Salvation, the slightly higher the heal will be. Thanks to Desperate Salvation Engraving, it's not that bad to use it with 1 bubble if your allies are missing a little bit of health, because you get a bonus heal when the effect ends. If your allies are low HP, it's the best to save all 3 bubbles for a maximum heal. So, as I explained, I'll summon a boss monster. First, damage reduction, shield, reduce attack power, then try to get allies together with the boss for more defensive and offensive buffs. And by the time you cast everything, you already have skills off the cooldown, and depending on situation, you can save Rhapsody of Light when it's necessary to prevent big damage. That's it. See ya!